For friends at home, I invite you to have a bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, kind of a sizable cushion, so not like a little throw pillow, like a good sizable pillow from your bed or cushion, because we'll finish up with legs up the wall and great karate. But for now, we're going to start out sitting. And that can mean legs across. It can mean legs crossed with blocks supporting you, just in case the hips feel a little tight. But we want to be nice and tall so that the back doesn't get compressed. And I invite you to first notice your breath without any attempt to lengthen it or shorten it or move your breath in any particular way. Just notice that breath as it flows in and out through the nose. And as you notice the breath flowing in and out of the nose, expand your awareness to the sounds you may notice. It could be the music that's playing here in the room. It could be the birds chirping in the trees just outside this window. It could be another student's breath. Focusing on what's going on right here, right now. Then again, to shift into ujjayi breath, ocean breath. Throat is constricted, like you're fogging up a pane of glass. Throat is constricted as you breathe in and out. So you're making that ocean breath, that kind of Darth Vader breath. And notice how it helps you to lengthen the breath and kind of stay focused on the sound. Keep that ujjayi breath going. Strengthening the connection between mind and body. And we'll bring a little movement to the body. Inhale, tilt the tailbone, navel, chest, draw forward, shoulders roll back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, tuck the chin. It's a little seated cat and cow. And use this as an opportunity to not only begin very mindful, gentle movement, also invite some release and loosening any parts of the back body that may feel tight or tender. Also use it to tune into any parts of the body along the spine that may be tight or tender. And imagine sending your breath there. 2 more rounds of inhale, tilting the tailbone, navel, chest, draw forward, shoulders roll back. Exhale, tucking and rounding. Sitting up tall again. Notice if there's any difference, and there's no right or wrong answer to that. Notice if you're sitting up maybe a wee bit taller. Maybe you imagine there's a bit more space between the vertebrae of the spine. Imagine a softening in the lower back. The next 3 rounds of slow, steady breath using your ujjayi breath. Imagine tailbone Getting heavy on each exhalation. Tailbone heavy, lengthening, helping you to root and ground. Next time you inhale, eyes float open. And we'll come onto our backs. Moving into half-winded breathing pose. Inhale. Exhale, hug right knee to chest. Inhale, make some space for the breath. Exhale, hug knee to chest again. Inhale, make some space. Exhale, hug knee a little closer to you. Inhale, make some space. Let that right knee stack above right hip, and both hands rest on top of the knee. And imagine as you press down that you're anchoring the head of the femur bone in your hip socket. So it's a very intentional, gentle movement of pressing both hands into the top of the knee with the intention of anchoring the head of the femur bone in the hip socket. And then take some circles here and see if you can feel that connection. See if you can notice as you circle the hip out and around the femur bone moving very fluidly, or maybe not so much, in the right hip. Left leg can be extended long, or if it's better for your back, left foot can be flat on the mat. Pause with the circle. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hug that right knee to chest. See if it feels any different now that you've anchored the femur bone, the thigh bone in the hip socket. Now that you've done a little circling and loosening. Again, no right or wrong answer. It's an invitation to notice. Inhale, exhale, let that right knee fall out to the side. Imagine sending breath to that space where the leg feeds into your torso. Imagine that area soft. You can stay here, or you can move into half happy baby. So for half happy baby, arm comes inside the leg, sole of the foot faces the ceiling. And we are drawing that right knee out to the right. It's bent, sole of the foot faces the ceiling. You can hold on to shin or pant leg or hook your peace fingers around your big toe. And hold on to that outer edge of the foot. So many options. Invite softening. Invite release with each exhalation. One more breath in. Exhale. Release. And then bring that foot over, rest it on top of your bottom of the left thigh, just above the knee. And then slide your left foot onto the mat. We'll do a little hip reset work. So both palms press the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, try to draw that thigh towards you as you push it away. And release. Inhale, try to draw that right thigh towards you as you push, push, push. And release. So isometric, opposing motion. Inhale, try to draw that right thigh towards you as you press it away. And release. Arms can be beside you, or maybe you have cactus arms. Elbows, backs of the hands rest on the floor, elbows line up with the shoulders. A little sway here, left and right. As you come back to center, take a breath in. Exhale, reach that right knee away from you. So this may be where you
Stay and breathe for reclined pigeon pose. If you want something a little bit deeper, find a block and slide it underneath your left foot. And then another option is using the right hand or a strap. You reach between the opening of the legs and draw that left thigh closer to you. So this is a nice stretch for the sciatic nerve on the right side, the glutes, the piriformis. And if you have any sciatic, I invite you to take it gently. So maybe you start out with foot staying on the mat or on a block. And as you breathe, if the body feels like it would be okay to lift up off the block or the back, go ahead. Otherwise, stay where you are, breathing there. Head resting on the ground. Slow, steady breath in and out. Imagining that. And you may imagine sending your breath to the right glute, sciatic. Might soften. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, the foot was lifted, come on back to the mat with that left foot. And then extend right leg up into the air, holding onto the back of the leg. Left foot can stay where it is, or you can slide it away from it. Circle your ankle. And then reverse that. Point and flex your foot. And with the foot somewhere between a point and a flex, pause. Take a breath in. As you exhale, maybe you draw that right thigh a little closer to you, deepening the stretch through the hamstring. Inhale, you release a little bit. Exhale. You have an invitation to draw the right knee, right thigh closer to you. You decide whether or not you accept that invitation. Release the leg, but keep it extended. Hands come up behind the head. Thumbs can be touching the back of the neck. Keep your elbows wide. As you inhale, navel to spine, lift head and shoulders off the mat. Chin reaching towards thigh, gazing directly up at the ceiling. So not at the knee, but up at the ceiling. And lower. Inhale, navel to spine, head and shoulders off the mat, gaze directly up, chin reaching towards thigh. And lower. So you decide if you want to stay up there longer or if you want to shorten this strengthening of abdominals. Inhale, navel to spine, head and shoulders off the mat, chin reaching towards thigh. Breathing here if you want to hold it. Keep those elbows wide. When you're ready, lower. This time we'll inhale, navel to spine, head and shoulders off the mat. We lift up. And again, with control, with navel to spine, slowly lower that right leg. Particular attention to the point where the foot gets closer to the floor. We don't want to use our back for this. We want to use abdominals. And then we lower. Extend arms overhead. Stretching long. Stretching through the torso. If you reach one set of fingertips away as that side of the leg, toes reach away. So right fingertips, right toes reach away. Left fingertips, left toes reach away. Taking a breath in. Exhale, knees to chest. Sweep your arms to find the shins, the knees, hugging knees to chest. Gentle rock side to side. So at this time of year, it's kind of like the gardener's lower back syndrome. People doing all this great work in their yard, and lower back feels sometimes. For lots of training. Back through center, inhale. Exhale, keep hold of left knee, right foot finds the mat, or you slide it long. Half wind relieving pose on this side. Inhale, make some space. Exhale, hug knee to chest. Inhale, make some space for the breath. Exhale, hugging the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, let that left knee stack above left hip. Both hands rest on top of the knee. So resting on the kneecap, gently press down with the intention of anchoring the top of the thigh bone, head of the femur, into your left hip socket. And then do some small circles out and around. Femur bone connected to hip socket, moving fluidly is our intention. Come back to stillness. Inhale. Exhale. Hug that left knee towards chest, see if it feels any different. And then open knee out to the side. Again, you can stay here, elbow resting, kind of like kickstand of your bike. Elbow on the ground, knee resting in the palm, or you can move to half happy baby. So the foot faces the ceiling, arm comes inside the leg, and you either find the ankle or the outer edge of the foot, or you hook your peace fingers around the big toe. Breathe in here. Paying attention to where the leg meets the torso. Right, softening there. Inhale. Exhale, bring that foot over to the right, rest the ankle on the thigh. And then slide right foot onto the mat if it's not there already. Doing some hip reset work. Palms are on the inside of that left thigh. Try to draw the knee of the thigh towards you as you push it away with the hands and release. Inhale, try to draw that left thigh and knee towards you as you push away with the hands and release. 2 more times. And then release here. Arms can float up to cactus or stay beside you. Do a little sway left and right. Rocking on that right foot. Left knee and hip sway left and right. Come back to center, back to stillness. Take a breath. Next time you exhale, open that knee away from you a little bit more. Again, this is maybe where you stay for your reclined pigeon, or slide a block underneath that right foot so that right thigh is a little closer, or left hand or strap thread through the opening so that you can draw that right thigh closer to you. Noticing left glute, breathing. Play, if your foot's off the mat, you can play with lifting that right foot until you find a deepening of the stretch. You can Inhale, make some space for the breath. Exhale, hug the right thigh closer to you. Lots of ways you can work with reclined pigeon. One more breath here in your reclined pigeon. And let that right foot on the mat. Left leg extends up into the air, holding onto the back of the leg. Circle your ankle around. And then reverse the same. Point and flex your feet, your foot. And then pause here. So again, right foot can be on the mat or extend the leg long. See what works for you. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw that left knee and thigh a little closer to shoulder. And release. Inhale. Exhale, draw left knee, left thigh closer to you. And release. So moving in and out. And then hands float up to cradle the head. Thumbs can rest on the back of the neck. Navel to spine. Inhale, head and shoulders off the mat. Gaze directly up as chin draws closer to left thigh. And you lower. Inhale, head and shoulders off the mat. Elbows wide, gazing up. Chin towards thigh. And lower. Inhale, navel to spine, then lift up and hold. And breathe. Lower when you're ready. One more time. And lower. This time we'll inhale, lift up. Keep that navel anchored to spine as you slowly lower left leg. Really paying attention as the heel gets closer to floor, navel to spine. Release. Arms extend overhead. Again, reaching one set of toes and fingertips away, and then the other. And then clasp the hands above your head. So weave those fingers together. And if it's okay for the shoulders, rotate the wrists so that palms face away from you. So you're reaching the palms away. And if it doesn't work to do this with hands clasped, you can find opposite wrists and reach palm away. If you've got hands clasped, palms reaching away, press through one heel of the hand, feel the side stretch. And then other heel of the hand, finding the side stretch. Inhale. Exhale, arms sweep down the side. You pause. Inhale. Excuse me. Exhale, knees to chest. Gentle rock sides. And you have the option of rocking up from here or rolling to one side and pressing up. So if you want to rock up, hands on knees, swing the feet toward you,
navel to spine, we rock up. Otherwise, roll to one side, sit up, and we'll swing the feet around. And come to tabletop. So with tabletop, maybe more comfortable to have a blanket for the knees. Hands under shoulders, or maybe a little in front of shoulders if it's a little too much for the wrists. And we'll take some cat and cow here. Inhale, tilt the tail. Look to the top of the mat. Exhale, top and inhale, tilt. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, tilt the tailbone. Do a little swish of that tailbone. Exhale, tuck and round. Do a little rock back and forth. Back through center. Extend your right leg long, toes curl under. Gently pressing through right heel. And then we're going to give it a little bit of a break with some rocking back and forth. So the torso is rocking back and forth, and the leg along with it. And then with toes curled under, pause. Take a breath in. Exhale, press that right heel over. Deepening the stretch. Inhale, right knee comes to the side, knee is bent. And then we'll bring that knee down towards the other. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, lift that right. Exhale. Keep that navel to spine. Use your abdominals. Keep you steady here. One more time. We inhale, open. Exhale, close. Next time we inhale, open and reach that right foot over to the left. Opening through the front of the right thigh. Good. Maybe you circle your ankle around. And then right knee meets left. Take a breath in. Exhale. Hips press back from child's pose.
So lots of options for child's pose. You can have a block between thighs and calves if the knees aren't comfortable bending. You can rest your forehead on a block if it doesn't quite meet the floor just yet. Arms extended, elbows off the mat, or maybe cactus arms. Maybe stack your hands and rest your forehead on some hands. But imagine wherever you are that you're sending breath down the spine into the lower back. Another breath here. And then inhale, lift up. Left leg extends long, pressing through the heel. And we'll do some shifting forward and back. And then pause, pressing through the heel. Feeling into left calf. A little different from the right. Keeping that navel drawing the spine. Inhale, left knee out to the side. Exhale, bring it to touch right knee. Inhale, open to the side. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale.
Inhale out to the side and then bring that foot over to the right. Opening through the left thigh, left hip a bit more. You can circle that ankle. And then bring that knee back towards center and then bring the foot forward between your hands. Right toes curl under, right foot steps forward. So we'll find ourselves in a forward fold. Head down. Knees are bent to support the lower back. Head is heavy. Arms come out in the shape of a T. Push into the feet. Shins reach back towards the back of the mat as you lift up with control. Arms float up overhead. And then we feeling how it is to be vertical. Strong legs supporting us, strong spines. Right hand finds right hip. Sweep that left arm up and palm faces down. We come into a side stretch, and if it's okay for the neck, look up at that left arm. And then we'll begin to circle the wrist as we sweep that arm down, following it with our hands. And as arm comes beside us, chin tucks towards chest. Looking down. And then lift your head. Left hand finds the hip. Inhale, sweep right arm up. Palm faces down overhead. If it works for the neck, look up. Looking at the palm. Hips pressing to the right. And then begin to circle the wrist as the arm sweeps. Keep looking that way. And then we end up looking down. Inhale, both arms sweep out now. Get some length here. Exhale. Heart reaches forward, gentle bend in the knees. Find your forward fold using the block if that's the hands. 3 breaths here. Arms come out, shape of a T. Feet push into the mat. Press the backs of the legs towards the back of the mat. We come up. Palms above, and then we pause. Finding a block placed between your feet. And I would say clear that blanket, please, if you've got it in the middle of your mat. Hands on hips, big step back with the right foot. To the center of the mat, setting up warrior 2. So in warrior 2, front heel intersects arch of the back foot. So maybe moving that front foot a little bit more center so the arch intersects back foot. Beautiful. Arch of the back foot. Good. And we'll bend and straighten that left knee and use this as a time to notice, are you better off with moving that front foot forward a bit so that when you bend, the knee is directly over ankle. And then we're going to practice tuning into that knee when it's bent, reaching it a little bit towards pinky toe. So we're opening up through that left thigh. All right, next time legs are straight, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, we find our Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Inhale, front leg moves towards straight, palms together. Exhale, find your warrior 2. In, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale and pause. Pause here, settling in. Back arm is level with shoulder. Little tuck of the tailbone, reaching that left knee towards left pinky toe. Nice, beautiful. Inhale, imagine holding a ball of red light. Exhale, settle that energy down as you bend that front knee. Inhale, sweep up, holding that ball of red light. Exhale, settle the energy. And again. Right hand finds the back thigh. Left palm flips, we scoop up and back, reverse warrior. Keep that front knee bent. And then we sweep down, elbow rests on thigh. Right hand to right shoulder. Make some circles of the elbow. And then you can stay here, elbow reaching up to the sky, a little bit of a spiraling of the ribs to the right, towards the ceiling, hand on shoulder, or you can extend. Pushing into the feet, fingertips reach up and back. Reverse warrior again. Back through your warrior 2. Gazing over front leg finger. Inhale, exhale, front leg moves towards straight. And we find the hip crease where the legs meet the torso. Shift those hips forward and back. And then hips shift back. I'll lead you through modified triangle to start. So right hand rests on right hip. Extend that left arm out, fingertips reaching away, palm facing up. Inhale, exhale, reach those fingertips a little more. Modified triangle right here. Front leg moving towards straight. You have the option of finding the block and rolling that right shoulder back. Another option is extend that right arm. Palm faces away. Gazing straight ahead or down to support the neck. You also can shift the block away and hand finds the mat. It's up to you. Pushing into the feet, lift those fingertips up and back. And we'll slide that right foot forward. Finding our mountain pose, shoulders rolled up, back and down, palms face forward. Engage in any way you want with your mountain, maybe a little lift of the arches of the feet. Maybe draw kneecaps up to hips to engage quadriceps. And like you've got a taco shell closing around you, you draw the side muscles to the center thigh. Broad through collarbones. Hands find the hips. Big step back with the left foot. So do that whole sequence again on the left side. Front heel intersecting arch of the back foot. Bend and straighten the knee. And determine, are you good where you are? Or would you benefit from shifting that foot forward a little bit as you bend? So that knee is directly over ankle. Next time knee is bent, check out your alignment, reach the knee towards pinky toe a little bit. And then as leg moves to straight, inhale, sweep up. Exhale. Inhale, front leg moves towards straight, we sweep up.
In. And exhale. Last time we inhale up. Exhale, pause, settling into our warrior two. Front knee moving towards right pinky toe. Little tuck of the tailbone. Nice and broad, fingertips, pinky fingers may reach back a little bit. As you gaze over front middle finger. Front leg moves to straight. We hold that red beach ball. And as knee bends, we settle down. Inhaling up. Exhale. Gathering energy of the earth. And settling it down. One more time. Good. Back hand finds back thigh. We scoop that right hand out. Now, reverse warrior. Come back through your warrior two. Front leg moves to straight. Setting up for triangle. Hands to the hip crease. Hips shift back and forward. And as the hips shift back, keep that left hand on left hip. Right palm faces up. We reach. Again, modified triangle right here. Reaching those fingertips away. Rolling that left shoulder back. Option to find the block with the right hand. Keep that left shoulder rolling back. And then final option is extend. Pushing into the feet, fingertips reach up. And we come to our reverse warrior one more time. Front knees bent, reaching up and back. And then we come back, sliding back foot top of the mat. Rolling shoulders up, back, and down. Find your warrior one. Mountain pose. Adasana. Settling in, grounding root. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. Exhale. Heart reaches forward, knees bend. Find your forward fold. Step back into your tabletop. Take 3 taps. All right, and we'll move into legs up the wall, Bakrita Karan. So with legs up the wall, I hope this will be clear for people at home. We want our bolster or a nice big pillow close to the wall. And you can shift your mat around too, so that head is resting on the mat. And bolsters close to the wall, but not touching. You want some space between the bolster and the wall. 5 inches. Beautiful. And if you're not already there, if you're not familiar, I mean, go right ahead into it if you're familiar. Otherwise, we're going to sit on either end of the bolster. It doesn't matter which end. So Gail, move your bolster away because it was away. That rascal.
That's the sneaky bolster. There's always one.
So we're sitting on the edge of the bolster, and just be careful of your feet when you swing them up. Yeah. So we're gonna do a very graceful lean back. Hand finds the mat. As you lean back, sweep those legs up. And a little shifting. You want your sacrum, base of the spine on the bolster, tailbone hanging off. Tailbone hangs off. So I'm a little farther away from the wall because of the heater than I would prefer. But it's very much a personal choice when we come into these restorative postures. You've got to find what works for you and feels comfortable.
Yeah.
So if you need to make any adjustments, go ahead. Like if you want to move the bolster closer or farther away, roll off, make your adjustments, come back in. So Sandra, I'm gonna work with you just a little bit if you like, and assist you. So, what do you need to check? And roll to your side. Tailbone hanging off the end of the bolsters, that works for you. If you can get yourself set that way, great. So great, that's okay. Once you're set, whether it's legs up the wall or some other very supportive, relaxing shape, shift your attention back to your breath. Now for people who do have the legs up the wall, you may begin to feel some tightness in the back of the legs. You can put the soles of the feet together and make the shape of a diamond with your legs. You can open up your legs away from one another, making the shape of a V. You can kind of do cross-legged pose. So like tuck one ankle into the other. Lots of options of where you can go with legs up the wall. Enjoy that Ujjayi breath. Shifting to ocean breath.
mind begins to wander. Back to your breath. Maybe imagine your head, your torso, excuse me, your legs getting all your breath in and out for 5 more rounds. 5 more rounds. Shape is working for you. You can stay here for Shavasana. If you want to shift into another shape, I invite you to draw one knee and then another towards your chest. Gently roll to the side, rolling off your bolster. Yeah. And then you can set up for rolling hills. So blanket at the end of your mat for your head. And lying down with bolster supporting the backs of the knees. Arms can be beside you, or cactus arms, elbows up, shoulders. Or if you want an opening through the pectorals and under the arms, find the opposite elbow above your head, framing your head with your arms. So again, very much a personal preference. What's important is that you're able to settle in and relax and release. And feel comfortable. Again, bringing attention to the breath if the mind wanders. And imagining your body getting heavier with each exhalation. As you let go and soften into your neck.
Feel deep in your breath. Following the movement of your rib cage. Wiggling fingers and toes. Inviting gentle movement back to the body. Maybe even gently rock your head left and right. Left hand comes to the center of the chest. Right hand rests on top of left. We'll conclude our practice here on our backs. Honoring self, honoring our bodies. Honoring this time that you chose to make for yourself. So stretching, strengthening, loosening, and relaxing, integrating. Maybe notice a word or a phrase come into your awareness that you can use as an intention for your day. So using that word or phrase as your heart's intention. Saying it to yourself 3 times in the present tense, I am. And insert that word or phrase. Yeah, I am peaceful and present. I am joyful, whatever the word is. 3 times to yourself in the present tense. When you're ready, making your way out of Shavasana. Whether that's hugging knees to chest and rolling to one side, or any other way. One. Begin to move off into your deck. Thanks for being here, friends. Lovely to practice. Happy Monday. Happy June.